one of the bugs that opened my eye about, I don't know, we could say that lazy development, or I don't give a fuck about the community after we spent all our money paying for deluxe editions and paying for all the fucking DLC. That 8-round bug went on, the eighth or the last round bug went on for nearly 3 months. And I kept on complaining about, because that's like you're playing an NBA game and you don't count none of the points in the fourth. You're playing an MLB game, we ain't gonna count the ninth. You're playing football, we ain't gonna count the fourth quarter, and so on and so on. They let that go for 3 fucking months, and it makes me wonder: do they actually know the significance of scoring in boxing? Then
No, because look at the scoring system right now. It's horrendous.
no, but I know what you're saying in terms of because boxing's kind of, everyone says it's rigged. A lot of the stuff is rigged. The judges are not professional boxers. A lot of them, they're doing this for a living. They come out there, who knows what's happening, right? But I'm just saying, in terms of, we're playing a computer video game, so we don't have to deal with conspiracy judges, you know. But the thing is, why didn't they see it as a significant hot fix that we're playing this game online, we're playing on rank? Why didn't they give a fuck about that it's not scoring that 8th round? And that went on for 3 fucking months. You're telling me they can't fix that?
That's kind of like, that kind of shows some incompetence right there. If they have to limit the rounds,
Right.
Championship rounds, like, like 12 rounds, that's what champions fight in, they say, oh, now we're out of the normal rounds, we're in the championship stages. But like, 8 rounds exposes the problems of this game. 12 rounds would force you to be smart.
Yeah, but like, just sticking to the whole having that bug, not being able to score that final round. Like, whose lap does that fall on at the end of the day? That went on for nearly 3 months.
I'd say probably the QA team, because they're the ones who get the final say of if something should be released or not.
But that doesn't fall. So definitely that's out of scope for the community managers like Jax Shep or staff, right? That's out of their realm.
Yeah, that's not what they do.
Okay, so that's out of scope. So next in line, then, you're saying it's just the QA. What about Will Kisner? How much of a say he has to do with it? Well, I'm just saying, if we're saying this guy is the fucking, he's overseeing, he's keeping everybody's mouth shut. He has fucking Ash scared to death. He has Sean Porter scared to death. I wonder if the QA testers are scared to death of this guy. Like, I don't know. But it baffles me how that a simple thing like the fact that we're only playing 8 rounds and you guys can't even count the fucking 8th round. That hurts me, man.
That's crazy.
I played that game for fucking those 3 months, playing like that shit, man. I couldn't believe it.
And you see right now, what we have right here is a whole matter of conspiracy and not actually real truth. Because what happens is if there's a lack of transparency through the community to the devs, that open line of communication, you get a whole lot of rampant conspiracies that nobody know what they're talking about. Because QA team is really what we should be pointing out right now. Because how is all these bugs? What is the data that's getting fed before the final actually release of a patch coming out? Yeah. What is the final say from the QA teams before something is said? Oh, this is the problem. This is an issue. Oh, this is not going to translate online. What's being said in these conversations that's not being translated into this game? Because right now I'm seeing a whole lot of people in the wrong positions, and right now we're pointing just one wrong position, but there's a whole line of wrong people in the wrong positions right now.
Yeah, but you know who's a QA guy? CTH, the developer that be in the Discord. He's a Q&A person.
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
And I remember and that's like, he ought to be ashamed of himself. He been there like almost day one, like Amber. He ought to be ashamed of himself.
And with this stuff being released the way that it is, and with the game having so many flaws and bugs right now, it's like I wouldn't be able to actually say if I was ever on the QA team. That's how bad right now the state of the game is right now. There's so much that gets through before the final say so of the release of the patch coming into the game. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be an asshole to the dev team. I get the fact that there are things that we don't understand as a community that they're doing. I get that there's certain things that are going on behind the scenes that we are not getting the full understanding of. But what I don't get is, why don't you have all the right pieces in the right positions? Because right now, what you're doing right now is you're saying you have security because we're gonna defend you. We're gonna say, oh yeah, well I have all the faith and belief in my team. But the problem is how is that coming out in your product?
Yeah. Because even Seth keeps saying Ash is real busy. Busy doing what? If she's part of the marketing team and promotions, what is Ash doing? So what is he busy about? You got people that they get the boxers. That's Todd. You got different people for these positions. So what is Ash actually doing? But my thing is put people in place that can actually run your company, and they know what you want in the game. Because it's plenty of the earlier roadmaps. It was what that trailer we got. That roadmap kind of matched up with that trailer where we seen the big, I keep forgetting, Eddie Hall and what his name? Arthur, whatever. But when they was
Arthur.
Lyndon Arthur.
Lyndon Arthur.
Don't get, that right there, it was part of his roadmap. The way everything was moving and stuff. And in that video, he was talking about different things. That was part of his roadmap. Like what Beast was telling me earlier, he said the BPM doesn't even work. It's just a placeholder there.
Yep.
But in the earlier games, the BPM worked. So it's like somebody, the conspiracy theorists, but it's like somebody intentionally messing this game up. Instead of the game progressing and getting better, it's not really getting no better. It's getting worse.
And you know what you just said, Poe, it actually translates. When you have a whole lot of people in the wrong positions, it doesn't matter what you do. It's always going to seem like somebody's intentionally trying to mess up your game because you got everybody in the wrong place.
Yeah, that's true. Because even Will, having a job that he got, they made him first. He was the communication guy. All right, that's right there. I can see you having that job because it's almost like you being a moderator, a community manager, something like that. But when they start getting them developer jobs, that I'm like, what are you doing? Like everything goes through him now. That's crazy. But somebody was actually saying, well, we got to see what earlier in development, like we got to see what Will think of this. What Will think of it? Then they saying they're a boxing guru. Nah, he's not. For one, if he was a boxing guru, the game would not be in the condition it is.